very difficult for me to believe that there's anything redeeming about this project whatsoever. Now, I am sure that we have all
my
seen...
God, who wants that?
Yeah.
They actually have lead actors on camera in a clip from late 2022, but it's just resurfaced now, saying she's going to be focused on becoming a leader.
A lot has been said about the fact that Rachel Zegler is a leftist fruitcake, and she is, but she's also just a spoiled, entitled, narcissistic.
It's important to me that I share with you not only the really good, exciting moments, but also like the little blips where I just don't feel great. I think that's really important that you see me as a human being, because I think a lot of people don't. So I don't know. I
are making it very, very difficult for me to believe that there is anything redeeming about this project whatsoever. Now, I'm sure that we have all seen this viral clip that has got to go. My God, who wants that? They actually have lead actors on camera in a clip from late 2022, but it's just resurfaced now saying she's going to be focused on becoming a leader. A lot has been said about the fact that Rachel Zegler is a leftist fruitcake, and she is, but she's also just a spoiled, entitled, narcissistic brat. She's gone, vanished, not officially. But if you've seen the leaked rehearsal clip that's all over Twitter and TikTok, then you already know Rachel Zegler may have just been quietly replaced as the lead in Evita. But it's also really important to me that I share with you not only the really good, exciting moments, but also like the little blips where I just don't feel great. I think that's really important that you see me as a human being, because I think a lot of people don't. So I don't know. I want that disclaimer out. We're not talking about a rumor. We're talking about a video, a real actual clip from inside the theater. One that shows a woman center stage rehearsing what appears to be Don't Cry For Me, Argentina. And that woman is not Rachel Zegler. At first glance it seems subtle, but fans picked it apart frame by frame. The voice is different. The body language is off. And even though the footage is blurry, one thing stands out. The lead is shorter. Her hair is styled differently. And she carries herself with a completely different energy. Video is going to get taken out of context. And I know that at this point I can't really stop people from doing that, because that's what my whole existence on the internet is just me being taken out of context and stuff. It didn't take long before the internet exploded. Side-by-side breakdowns, conspiracy theories, comments flooding in. Some say it's just an understudy. Others are convinced this is the production's way of testing a permanent replacement quietly without telling the world. Because here's the thing, Rachel hasn't posted. She hasn't shown up to rehearsals. Her name's been left off internal call sheets, according to one alleged leak. And after her now infamous backstage meltdown, the one that allegedly ended with security escorting her out of the building, people behind the scenes are saying what fans have been whispering for weeks. Oh, I'm sorry. Rachel, you got time to pass some photographs for us, Rachel? Rachel, please. Hey, you on the way out? She may not be coming back. And the woman in that new video, fans think they know exactly who she is, but we'll get to that, because first let's rewind to how all of this started, before the leaks, before the replacement, before the silence. When Rachel Zegler still was Eva and everything was already starting to fall apart. I'm like so ready to just throw my phone away. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen. Just a few weeks ago, Rachel Zegler was being hailed as the bold new face of Evita, a big-budget Western revival, a powerhouse cast, and Zegler, already known for West Side Story and the upcoming Snow White, stepping into one of the most iconic roles in musical theater history. But behind the curtain, things were already unraveling. According to insiders, the rehearsal room became a pressure cooker almost instantly. Rachel was reportedly clashing with the director, ignoring stage notes, and pushing back on nearly every creative decision. One cast member allegedly described the atmosphere as tense, uncomfortable, and completely unpredictable. Then came the breaking point. Well, Rachel was desperate to play over Perón. It was her idea, and we saw an audition tape and she was absolutely sensational. She worked with our musical supervisor in New York on the material. Her versions of the songs were terrific. Jeremy's excited. Andrew and Tim are excited. So, it should make for a fabulous summer at the Palladium. Ticket sales are already, through the roof. So we're really thrilled about that. Multiple sources claim that during a key rehearsal, Rachel completely lost it. Ray's voices a thrown prop, a stunned cast frozen in place as the energy in the room turned toxic. And when one assistant director reportedly said, "Get her out now," security stepped in. Not violently, not dramatically, but with quiet finality. Zegler was escorted out of the building. She hasn't been back since. But it's hard and it's lonely. It's very lonely. I just know that if that loneliness can exist, so can other things. And I will be okay. That moment, now infamous, sparked a tidal wave online. Fans were divided. Some defended her, citing the pressures of a demanding role and unfair media scrutiny. Others weren't so forgiving, pointing out that this wasn't the first time Rachel had been accused of being difficult to work with. Let's not forget the backlash surrounding her interviews during the Snow White press tour, or the viral moment when she appeared to mock the original animated film, or the subtle but growing trend of Rachel being removed from press events, sidelined in red carpet lineups, and quietly excluded from Hollywood's inner circle. Not to add fuel to the Rachel Zegler Oscar fiasco, but why did they have these women, all Disney princesses, all stated as Disney princesses, come out to present, but not include Rachel Zegler, who's going to be Snow White? They're clearly acknowledging Disney princesses for movies that have not been released yet. Someone must have had this conversation and then they purposely left her out even though she was the only one with a hit movie this year of the four. Did anyone else notice this, or am I overthinking? So when she disappeared from Evita rehearsals with no apology, no statement, no explanation, people began to assume the worst, that the meltdown wasn't just a moment, it was the end. And now with this new clip going viral, fans are asking the question nobody expected to hear this early in the run. Did Evita just replace Rachel Zegler without telling anyone? What happens next will blow this story wide open. In his video, Mickey Joe talks about all the different casting rumors because there was loads floating around online at the time. In particular, Lady Gaga and of course Ariana Diaz, who had been rumored to have been cast, and that production promotional material had been shot with Ariana in it, but then she had to step away due to work commitments. And what's really interesting is that she played Anita in Steven Spielberg's film of West Side Story opposite Rachel Zegler. So what are my thoughts on this casting? I think that Rachel's going to be incredible in this role. I think that her vocals are outstanding as her acting, and I think that she's going to really enjoy a challenging role like Eva Pond. I know a lot of people online were talking about they would like to see a West End performer maybe play this part, but I do think that Jamie Lloyd is looking at this production going to Broadway and is being very clever in his casting choices, similar to what he did with Nicole Scherzinger in Sunset Boulevard. Now, the person I would have liked to have seen considered for this role is going to be playing a role in The Great Gatsby at the same time, so is unavailable. You can make some guesses in the comments below, but I do want to hear who you would have liked to see considered for this part. It started with a single video just 15 seconds long, posted anonymously to a TikTok account with no profile picture and 0 followers. The grainy footage showed the Evita stage lit in deep blue with a single performer standing under a spotlight. She's mid-rehearsal singing what fans instantly recognized as "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina." But something felt off. The voice wasn't quite right. The tone was softer, slightly lower, and had a different VAT. Rachel's vocal style, if you've ever heard her live, is powerful and crisp. This sounded warmer, more grounded. But that wasn't all. Zoom in, slow it down, and it gets weirder. Applause. Music, her movements are different. The way she holds her hands, the way she walks across the stage, it's not Rachel's signature stage presence. And the silhouette shorter, the hair tied back in a sleek ponytail, not Rachel's usual waves. At one point, she turns just enough for viewers to see a partial profile. And that's when the internet lost it. Within hours, the clip spread like wildfire. TikTok creators started posting side-by-side comparisons, overlaying Zegler's past rehearsal footage with the new video. Twitter blew up with fan threads pointing out every detail from the posture to the footwear to the slight Argentine accent that definitely wasn't there before. One tweet with over 50,000 likes read, "That's not Rachel. That's someone else entirely." And then came the name Camila. Music, according to several comments and one now viral post from a supposed backstage source. The woman in the video is a relatively unknown actress named Camila Delgado, a rising talent from Buenos Aires with a background in opera and stage musicals. She's not a household name. Not yet. But if this clip is real, she may have just been handed one of the most iconic roles in theater without a single press release. But here's where it gets even more bizarre. The production has said nothing.
No di naiel, no confirmasten.
No, that's just the understudy. Complete silence. And for fans who followed this drama from the beginning, That silence is deafening. Because if it were just an understudy, wouldn't they say so? Why hide it? Why remove all mentions of Zegler from the show's official rehearsal highlights? Why scrub her name from the newest cast call sheet posted on the wall, a photo of which also mysteriously surfaced online the same day the video?